Hello all and welcome to Race on Oz. Tonight we have the final race of 2022. It is the PS5 Season 8 final round from Watkins Glen. It is your host JJ Penguin. I am flying solo tonight. A few people have started their holidays a bit early, so luckily for them. You have to excuse me, I'm struggling with a little bit of hay fever at the moment, but we'll get through this. We'll get stuck straight into it as qualifying has started. There's just over 10 minutes left and we are following GT King on his way around the circuit. This is just gone through the bus stop. It's a long right-hander, making some kicking on the power early. Left-hander at the heel. Just runs wide there. Not sure if he's validated his lap. Who's on the back of brilliant performance at Imola. He's yet to set a time, I believe. That is the case. It's very, very tight there at the top. Amongst those, well, it's only less than half a second amongst those first 7 drivers. Coming off the back of some strong performances lately as well. He's we're looking to finish the season off on a high. You can see plenty of action through the bus stop, and as I say that, who was that was turned around? I think they've gone now, they've come back to the pits. So Knox Parker in second. S1 has taken that top spot back off him. For this lap here. behind Knox. So he's taking himself to P1. 5 minutes left. There's still plenty of time to get laps in. Have a look at the orders at the moment. So Knox, Zess1, GT King, couple of tenths in it. Oz Wizard, Eagle, Fly, Someone Awesome, Barters and K-Man. So Barters is quickest, or was quickest in that first sector. It's just been surpassed by Fly. Fly goes to second, 700ths off Knox. This is a great performance by Knox. So new to ACC this season. He's just caught the back end of Rain of Fire having a moment. As Brett Want from PRT is leaving pit lane. Vanasilis with Fly as he heads down the back straight. As he heads around the banked outer loop. Into the chute. Oh, he's pulled that one up. Steel in 11th at this stage. Just over 2 seconds covers the whole field. I'm expecting that to come down. Who's going to be able to knock off Knox? Gaz rounding the final turn, he's run to the line. So he's setting off on a flying lap. So Knox leaves pit lane. Angry old fella, it's good to see him back on track. He's missed a couple of rounds. He's in 12th at the moment. 146.1. That's a second off the pace. And here's K-Man in the Audi, which should be reasonably strong around here. I'm expecting him to be well within the top 10. He's just in 10th at the moment. So Knox is, well, the times are coming down. His last charge to the line, see who gets pole. So Knox with a 44.7. And Ozwizard just behind him. This is in the Lexus, so it was a surprising car choice by Wizard, but he's done very well with it this season. GT King in 5th. Expecting a good performance. And Javar here. 45.8, so he's in 11th, so he seems a little bit out of place, especially when you see Knox at the top there in the Porsche as well. This has been a great performance by Knox. There he is. He's pulled it over. So I might stick with Javar here. So Knox is done. He's set the time, everyone's going to chase him. Someone also moved up into 3rd, GT King 4th, Fly to 5th. It's all very tight at the top there. Just move a little bit further up the field. So Zess1, this will be his last lap, so he'll be the first to cross the line. Can he improve? What's the time to beat? 44.7. Where is Zest1 here? 44.9, he's third. Got Eagle Wind. Zest1 did improve. It's 800th of a second. Off second, here's Eagle. Where's he going to finish up here? Does he improve? He does. He goes to 7th. Back behind him. Here's Jafar. So where's Jafar going to finish up here? That's not the line you want to take, and I think that's going to be it for him. It will. Here's someone awesome. Can he improve in his time? He's 5th. 45.3. Wizard. We've got Barters. So Zest1 might have got time for another lap. I'm not sure. So there's Brett 1. He's in 17th. So it's really going to be between these last 3 cars. So Zest1 does have a chance of getting pole here. He is on another flying lap. There's Wizard. He's pushing it around the final turn. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. Barters has slid into the fence, and that is it. So Fly Sky, who we've missed in all of that, he crossed the line as I was sliding through the car. So Fly Sky has taken pole from Knox by 600ths of a second. Great performance by Fly, right at the death. Well done. Wizard in 3rd, Zest in 4th, Someone Awesome 5th. GT King bit out of position, half a second off pole. Eagle wins 7th, Barters 8th, Metal Steel in 9th. It's a great qualifier there for Metal. We've got K-Man, Javar, Angry Old Fella, Ty Morgo, Gaz, Jambon, Rain of Fire, Brett 1, and Bounty rounding out the field. While we wait for the cars to make their way to the grid, we will have a look at the point standing. So this is the PS4 points. So their season was done. They finished up on Tuesday last week. Congratulations to Fly. So tonight's pole man, who's taken out the championship for PS4 on 117 points, took out the Pro Championship. Rain of Fire on 105 points, took out the Pro-Am Championship. It was very tight between those two. There was a round missed then there by Rain of Fire, which would have counted as his drop round. So there's a drop round with these championships. Only can be counted in the first 4 rounds. And Sparky rounded out the podium there as we move through. Simon taking out the AM Championship in the PS4 server. Congratulations to those guys. Well done on a great season. As we move to the PS5 Tier 2, who are racing tonight, super tight between Black Falcon and Little Bear. It's going to be very exciting to see what happens in that particular championship as the night wears on. I'm going to try and see if I can get an update on the qualifying from that server, and we will be back with the grid. But congratulations to those guys who ran out that. So Scott Pye is in with a chance in that server as well. So it's pretty tight. So that's already taken into account the drop rounds there. So 30 points for a win, 28 for second, and so forth. So if Scotty Pye has a good night tonight and doesn't need anything really bad to happen to Black Falcon or Little Bear, just needs to finish 7 positions ahead of Black Falcon and Little Bear, and essentially he could wrap up that championship. So he's in with a chance. It's going to be pretty exciting to see what happens over there. I'll see if I can get an update on what the quality results were from that server. And we'll have a look at PS5 Tier 1 server. I can give you an update. We'll go to this here. So there's Black Falcon on pole. 4/10 over Team Little Bear. So it's going to be super tight at the start. Where is Oh, so Scotty, unfortunately, isn't in this one. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. He's not able to make it tonight. He was in with a chance of the championship in that one. So, an hour and a half. I might see if I can get an update on that as the night goes on. I'm going to try and find out if anyone is actually live streaming that particular race and give you an update as the night goes on. So we get back to the point standing. So GT King is on top of the PS5 Tier 1 Championship on 91 points. He's had an absolutely outstanding season. He's starting a little bit further back down the field than what we're used to. He has had a couple of interesting rounds. The wet race at Silverstone, definitely that, which was taken out by Eagle Wind. So, you know, there's championship still on there. It's not over. There's still mathematical chances, but definitely the podium in that championship is one to watch out for. We're 2 minutes away from the start. Knox Parker is leading the Pro-Am Championship, and from his performance tonight, you can tell that he is definitely deserves that position in the championship. It's going to be it's all to play for. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back with the cars forming up for the grid. welcome back. No, Vic, we aren't bugged. We are going ahead here. So, VHR front row. There is one section of the points I did forget to show. And actually that's not it. Bring it up very, very quickly as we're just about to go green. So BHR is 13 points behind PRT, so Podium Racing Team. P&L 17 points behind GRT, and the race is about to go green.
Green light, go, go, go.
And there we are green. It's a good start by, that is Fly, Knox in second. It's going to be Wizard up the inside. As we just move back through the field, it seems relatively clean. I think it has been. So this is Wizard trying to go around the outside of Knox. Through the S's. They are going to continue to go side by side. Fly's made a great start. There's been no yellows show up, and Wizard is going to get that position from Knox. And oh, it's going to be very tight through here. We're going to watch this. Barters gets a position on GT King. There's Jafar. Metal Steel just behind him. Gaz just behind him as well. Time Morgo, Jambon, Brett Want. And there's Bounty at the rear there. So we go back to the front of the field. It's all been very, very calm. This is what we want to see. It's an hour and a half race. This has been a good start. It's settling in quite nicely. Actually, it's all been very calm. This is good to see. Eagle putting a bit of pressure on someone. These two have been in similar positions many times over the years. Fight out very, very hard. As the first lap is completed, so Fly has got a good start. It's got a 1 second gap over Wizard. So Knox has dropped that position, so he's back into third. Someone, I think, is just drifting wide, so he's under pressure from Eagle. So head through the S's. He's in the slipstream. He's going to be able to get this run on here, and he is. Barters with the watching brief just behind him. Give each other room. They are. There's a good amount of room actually. It's good respect between these guys. They do race hard. It gives Barters a good position to gain ground on these guys. Oh, there we go. There's Eagle. Just runs wide. Barters is up the outside. He'll be out the outside for the right-hander. This is the toe. Oh, Eagle runs wide. Someone's just struggling to keep the car and hold on to it. Oh, someone turned in. It seemed at that point. He's lost a few more positions out of that one. Eagle wins up into fifth. Big trainer cars here. Yeah, for whatever reason, someone just seems to be struggling a bit early on in this race. to try and get by. Really need to have a good bit of overlap to be able to get pass done through this section. It's just another big slide. He's really struggling with the handling of that BMW. And he's lost a position to Knox, and he's going to lose another position. It's a metal steel there. Starts. He's up into 13th. He's got by Gaz. Brett Want jamming. Brett Want just runs wide. So Rain of Fire has found himself at the rear of the field at the moment. So Bounty's made up that one position. So he's made some good ground on Angry Old Fella and K-Man. Two of the hardest drivers to get by. GT King not far ahead of them. It's all pretty tight. So we just have a look at the gaps. A 3-second gap at the front of the field. So Knox has been able to close that gap to Wizard. So we'll go back. Time to so Angry's getting a run on K-Man here. Oh, K-Man only just holds onto it. There wasn't a lot of space through there. Who's off? Someone's gone round here. What's going on here? That is metal steel, and that is someone awesome. So just have a look, see if any of these cars got damage. It's not much on metal. I can't see too much on someone awesome's car either. It's all over the back of Angry. So this is the battle we're watching. So K-Man got a bit sideways through the inner loop, or the bus stop, call it, and he, to be honest, I thought he was going to be the one to fast track his way into the fence. And so he's concentrating on that battle and missed a bit of footage of watching what happened. But Gaz in the background just grabbed a bit of the fence on the outside of the final turn. This is just pretty tight. There's not much of a gap through there. The Jafar saying that Angry just runs slightly wide. One of the tighter battles on track at the moment. Time Morgo, Gaz, Brett Want, Jambon. Just a little bit surprised by Ty Morgo. I thought with his experience around this circuit, he might have had a little bit more pace. P&L do score good points in most rounds. Help their championship by keeping Javar behind Angry Oddfella. So Javar, the podium racing team, needs to make up positions. They need to try and claw some ground back on BHR. Angry just runs wide on the exit of turn 1, and that gets Javar that position. So Javar is free to set off after K-Man now. Just watch Angry, see if he's going to be able to make any ground. Set free. As Gaz has managed to get by Ty Morgo. Brett got a bit of damage at the rear of the car there, I think. Just a bit there, not sure where. So, Rain of Fire has moved up. This is probably where there's a big gap in the field from Gaz to Angry Old Fella. Might have been caused by those dramas to Metal and Someone Awesome. They don't seem to have any battle scars on those cars. Whereas the back of Brett Mott's car, scars all over it. You can see it, just on the left-hand side there. And Rain of Fire, it's a good move through there, well done. He moves further up the field there for P&L. So Bartis has managed to make the pass on GT King. Second behind Eagle Wind. As Javar has gained quite a bit on K-Man. this move is made. Managed to find some footage, so that is from St Sim in the Tier 2 race happening at this exact same time. Unfortunately, can't see who's leading the race at this stage, so St Sim's in 8th at the moment, following AB Saints and Low NZ. Still early doors, 15 minutes in, both of these races. I'm sure there's been plenty of battles. The one we want to know about is where Team Little Bear and Black Falcon are on track, so keep posted on that and see how they go throughout. In the meantime, this battle continues, so K-Man's doing a pretty good job of keeping Jabbar behind him as this closing up now, this battle. Barters blocks GT. This is his right, so that's into the inner loop. These two have both caught Eagle in. We've got a car in the pits. That's Jambon. I think he's had a moment somewhere on track, so Fly with a 2-second gap. That was around just over 3 seconds earlier in the race. Oz Wizard and Knox is less than a second behind. As Barters and GT both run wide, the battle continues on behind these guys. K-Man and Jabbar. There's not much in between these two. Angry's dropped off. Gaz and Ty Morgo still locked together as Metal and Someone Awesome are continuing their battle with Bounty not far ahead. Dramas here for St Sim in that second race I've just picked up on. Yeah, oh, big moment. Oh, that's him in the fence. Sorry, there's St Sim. Thanks for showing that one. A bit of action in that Tier 2 race. Action here as well. So Metal Steel's got through on Bounty and Someone Awesome. We've got Black Falcon is leading that Tier 2 race, and we've got Team Little Bear not far behind him either. So it's a good little update of the battle that's happening there. Bounty just runs wide. He's done a pretty good job of keeping Javar behind him. So we've got Barters and Eagle wins. This battle is continuing. At the front of the field, Wizard and Parker are making their way towards Fly Sky. So probably about 25 minutes away from the first round of pit, or the pit stops coming around. Gap's now 1.5 seconds, so it is coming down each lap here, a couple of tenths, so it's been good pace by Wizard and Knox. And we've got Zest1, who's sort of 3 seconds behind Knox. This battle here continues. So Javar's made that gap back up. Just doesn't quite seem to have the legs to get by K-Man. K-Man putting his car in the right positions. This will be the opportunity he needs. K-Man just runs wide slightly. Not sure if the Porsche has the legs. We'll find out in a moment. It's one hell of a spot to try the overtake. He can't get an overlap. Has to back out of it. This is a pretty difficult circuit to pass on. So we're not surprised by the lack of changes. And we have Zest1 in the pits. What's happened here? Has he had a moment, or what's... Oh, I don't remember seeing the yellow flag pop up, or was that a disconnect? Seems like he's got a big ping there. That's very unfortunate. So Eagle Win moves up into 4th. It's very unfortunate there for Zest1. Had a great qualifier. Showed plenty of pace. If that's what's happened, that's very, very unfortunate. Back and fly, you can see the Lexus and the Porsche. Wizard and Knox making their way towards him. It's just over a second at the moment. Stick with this battle. Just have a quick look at the graphic for Tier 2 and you can see the Black Falcon and Little Bear about a second between them, half an hour into the race. That is brilliant action from the Tier 2 guys. It'll be interesting to see where that championship ends up in a little over an hour's time. Less than a second amongst these three at the front of the field. This is been a great drive by Wizard and Parker to get up to this position. Gain this ground back on Fly. Let's have a quick look back further while this is going on as these. So K-Man has got pace, which is why Javar has struggled to get by him. In that in the same time, they've managed to catch up. So times the front of the field, yeah. So Wizard and Knox are 3 to 4 tenths quicker. Just watch these times as they cross the line before going back to that lead battle. 4 tenths. So GT King was the quickest out of these guys. So by a decent margin too to Eagle. So bit of clean air, and GT could definitely move his way up the field. So as Wizard now close enough to really put pressure on Fly. The battle for the lead. You can definitely get a bit of an idea about where the car's strengths and weaknesses are. As Fly was able to pull a little bit of a gap through the end of the first sector. Wizard has dropped off and is now in the clutches of Knox Parker. Through this final sector, Wizard will gain back on Fly. So it's going to be tough to pass. We've seen that already. Zesto is back out on track, which is good to see. I do wonder if it was a disconnect and he's managed to get back in, but he's sitting in the pits. These cars run wide as these others cross the line here. So that's GT King putting plenty of pressure on Barters. 7 tenths of a second quicker on that previous lap than Barters, and that status quo has stayed the same between K-Man. As this is getting a bit lively, that's Fly's gone round the inner loop. He's lost the lead. He's got a gap behind him. He just needs to get it back around, and he does. So that's Wizard takes the lead. And that's a bit of a hit for the team's championship for BHR then, so that's a position gain for PRT. They need to make up this 13-point gap. So the pressure is all on Wizard. The pressure's also on Knox to get that position. Wilson, I think he did that on his own. I'm not 100% sure. Didn't have an angle to see if there was a bump or not. He might have just run deep and was able to get that turned in. So that's 2 laps in a row that Wizard has run wide on the exit of turn 1. Be interesting to see where they're at for the track limits through there. Knox Parker. Is he close? He's not close enough. So Fly's 8.5 seconds behind these two now. That was very, very unfortunate. Update on Tier 2, and Black Falcon has just been able to eke out a bit of a gap. 2.5 seconds over Team Little Bear. 15 minutes or so before the pit stops. Third place in that race is M. Harris, who is actually the son-in-law of K-Man. So it's a real family affair down at K-Man's residence. Well, not necessarily his residence, but amongst his family, the sim racing. So it's good to see everyone getting involved. As Javar is up the inside of K-Man as Speak of the Devil, and there's contact. Second time we've seen contact like that at that corner, so... Oh, that was GT King getting out of shape. So he's just dropped off the back of Barters, who has caught up to Eagle Win. You see the lap time from Fly here with a bit of clean air, 47.2, so it's about 4/10 slower than the cars around him. As we go back to the front of the field, this battle has been going on all race. Knox Parker and Wizards. So this isn't just about this race. There's the team's championship they're racing over as well. All the points they need between these two teams, PRT and BHR. Unfortunately, the BHR captain, Adman, isn't with us tonight. Thinking of you, mate. I hope all is well with the family. As Wizard just runs wide, runs a bit deep. Knox thought about it. He's backed out of it. Get a moment, we'll move back through the field here. Just see this lap time, low 46s. Where's Fly at here? 46.9. 46.5 to Eagle. Barter's dropping off slightly. He's in the clutches of Javar. Oh, so Javar's got through GT King as well then. So Javar is on a tear here. This is very impressive. As K-Man pits. wind. Who's up? Gaz, Ty Morgo. So Ty Morgo hasn't been able to make much progress. Metal Steel. Someone awesome. Bounty there. So looks as though there's a bit of damage on these cars. So I'm not sure if that's from earlier in the race. Or is that has happened since. So it's a bit unfortunate if there has been some sort of contact amongst those cars. But a pretty well unblemished cars, these two. Wizard and Knox. So yeah, just over 9 seconds back to fly there. Eagle Wind is making ground on fly. We'll have a look at the times here. 47 flat. 47.2, so sorry, he's actually lost ground on that particular lap. Bartas has made ground. Javar was the quickest out of that group of cars. As we've missed that change for position, as Knox has got by on Wizard. As Wizard is going to try the outside. He backs out of it. Knox has gone around this time, and that's in the fence. Oh no, he's just taken the lead. Oh, that's big damage too, and that's going to let Wizard off the hook. That is a disaster for BHR as well. So that's given positions to PRT. Oh, that's big damage too. You can see the front. He was struggling to get the car turned in. BHR drivers from the lead have both gone round at that exact corner. Back behind them here. Bartas has had to make ground on Eagles. He's under pressure from Javar. Oh, as Bartas runs wide. Javar's through on Bartas. So Bartas has done that on his own. So the track started. We'll see if we can get up. We can't get up the temperatures at the moment, but so that's Knox pitting. He's going to get that damage fixed immediately. So Javar has moved his way up to 4th. And he's right on the back of Eagle Wind here. So this is playing right into the hands of PRT for the team's championship here. So Eagle Wind moves to the inside. GT King is still in this battle as well. It's just been a big ebb and flow with the positions here, or the gaps amongst these few drivers. This Fly just runs wide. Rain of Fire's made some good ground too. Oh, that was a big slide by Ty Morgo. So Rain of Fire's up to 9th. Gaz has had a moment. Gaz has got big damage on that car now. And Metal Steel's putting pressure on him, so I wonder if that's just happened to Gaz. So K-Man is in 14th, so he's pitted. And Knox is he's 6 seconds behind K-Man. We saw where K-Man was. That's that damage for Knox. That was very, very unfortunate. And that's played right in the hands of this guy here, Wizard. As Javar pits. Pits a bit earlier than the others. He's going to try and get track position. It's the best way to try and get around Eagle. Try and do it through the pits. So Wizard now, it's a 10-second gap back to Fly. He's absorbed all of that pressure throughout the race. He managed to bridge the gap to Fly, and Fly had that mistake at the inner loop, bus stop, however you call it, and he spun, managed to stay off the fence. He's under immense pressure from Knox Parker, and then unfortunately Knox had his moment at the same spot but made the fence. So Gaz is in the pits at the moment. Yeah, you can see there's big damage on that car. There's Knox. GT's managed to catch the back of Barters here. This could be, I think, as this, there's quite a high multiplier. So as you can see at the top of the screen, the race started early. I think it was supposed to be a 6 o'clock start. It seemed like it was closer to 7, I believe, when it started. So in half the race, we've gone 5 hours. So the tyre temperatures will be going and tyre pressures will be increasing quite dramatically throughout this race as GT pits. Eagle Wing continues. I mean, a second behind Fly. Wizard coming up to a spot where a lot of the action has occurred in this one. We've missed a lot as well, which is unfortunate. And that is Zest 1. That is a disconnection for Zest 1. So that's the second time tonight. There's a bit of a fear of that happening in this race. There's been a bit of game instability, server instability. Talk of a lot of blue screens. And that's Fly. That's Fly. He's gone deep and he's in the fence. Not sure what's happened there. That looked very, very odd. He didn't really seem as though he'd out-braked himself all that heavily. Fortunately, with the state of the game at this point, you do get big glitches, big lag spikes. And if that happens at the wrong moment, like just before the braking zone, you just lose your bearings. You lose your points of reference, and he found the fence. So that's moved Eagle Wind up into second. Another BHR driver has lost another position. Still a long way to go. Had high hopes on some of these guys. Fly with brilliant qualifying. Did all the hard work to get to this point. And this is going to be a tough ask from here. He's going to continue on. Barters will pit. Wizard pits from the lead. Eagle Win. He continues on. So the longer you can go in this race and come out with tyre pressures more manageable for the second half of the race without big differences in pressure, and as this race goes on, I'm expecting there will be plenty more action. As someone awesome just gets out of the way under blue flags from the leader, Eagle Wind. He's been in this position already this season in some tricky conditions as well. So Jafar has had a moment. So Jafar has still found himself behind K-Man. GT King is up the road. So something's happened to Jafar in the pits, or maybe he had damage. I'm not sure, but that was a very slow stop. As Barters exits now. So GT King has made positions here. So Wizard has exited pits. He's with a healthy lead over GT. So GT King has made really good ground here. Eagle win pits. Fly stays out. That's surprising. Bardas has had a moment on his outlap. So
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
He's lost quite a lot of ground here. He's back behind Knox. So whatever happened to Bardas then, I really hope it wasn't between teammates because he came out around K-Man. Sure what... Oh, Banty's just making room, although he is for position. He hasn't pitted yet. And here's Javar. So K-Man has moved up. GT King effectively has moved up. Eagle Win is exiting pit lane. There's GT. Eagle Win is only just exiting pit lane now, so GT's got by Eagle Wind as well. So GT's effectively in second position here. So he's got the pit stop done, got some clean air, and he's made great progress. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get any more updates from the Tier 2 race, so Team Little Bear had made his pit stop just before the halfway mark. So we'll wait till the end of this one to really see where that finishes up. So it's all to play for in this one. So K-Man's made good grounds with the earlier pit stop. Javar is in 5th. Got the stop go 30 for Rain of Fire. So Gaz is 14th. He's repaired that damage. Wizard behind him, so lost a few cars out of this one. So we've lost Brett won. We've lost Angry Old Fella. We've lost Jambon. And we've lost Zesto. So that's unfortunate. There was fear of there being game and server issues. At the moment, it's a 13-second lead for Wizard over GT King. K-Man and Eagle Wind are catching him though, so that gap is slowly coming down. 4.2 seconds back to Javar. It's a bit surprising about what's happened in these pit stops. The field's quite spread out. We're at 14 on track at the moment. Just sit back and have a look at Eagle doing the hard work for a lap here. See K-Man in the background. He's trying to bridge that gap. So K-Man was quicker than GT and Eagle on that previous lap. So was Javar. That's Rain of Fire. He's come off the track on the left-hand side there. He's ended up back in the pits. The track will be continuing to heat up still. So those that have... Oh, Eagle just struggled to get the car turned in then. And he's going to be under pressure from K-Man here. Something flicked up on my screen. I thought Bartis might have had a moment there. It's a big gap back to Ty Morgo. He's stealing someone. They've got Ashwood just continuing on. There's a slower lap then for Eagle, and K-Man's right on his tail here. Saying that K-Man struggled through the first turn, he's just dropped that off. Oh, Eagle struggled again, and it's on here. K-Man's just a little bit better through there. Could K-Man just have his tyre pressures slightly better than Eagle? The pressures will continue to increase as the temperature goes up, and then they will drop off quite quickly. So whoever's got their pressures set for this particular section of the race may drop off towards the end. Saying that, both of these guys have been able to catching GT here, so GT I think is also struggling. Could this be something with the BMW around this particular circuit? There's just a bit more of a drop off. A few fingers crossed with that particular comment. Okay, man, it's just slightly dropped off here, but Javar is catching. He's catching this group of cars. So none of this is over. It's going to be plenty to battle for in the last half an hour. Let's bring up some of the chat here. Rain of Fire. How does a penalty not clear? That's very unfortunate. So that's stop go 30. And yeah, so it's an issue with the pit limiter and then bringing on the penalty along with that after. That's very unfortunate. So we're down to 12 cars. We've lost Gaz as well. So been quite an attrition rate in this one. So Wizard has extended the gap at the front of the field. GT King 2 seconds in front of Eagle. Eagle is second in front of K-Man. 1.4 back to Javar. 0.6 back to Knox. So Knox has got good speed in that Porsche. He's shown that all race. And these BMWs seem to be just sliding around a little bit more than the others. GT King, there was a bit of grass flung up and a bit of dirt just ahead of Eagle Wind. So this battle, so once these two start battling, it's just going to bring K-Man, Javar and Knox right into this battle. 32 minutes left. This is going to be super exciting. Round out season 8. Have a look at the map. You see car 433 all out on his own. He's got hardly anyone. He's got no one behind him, and he's got 2/3 of the track in front of him with no one there. He's just in a world of his own. So we'll check the lap times on this one. So 1.4 seconds slower for GT King on that lap. So he's had a big moment as Eagle has a moment at turn 1. K-Man, see that? He's in for this fight. Javar is only a second and a half behind, and then we've got Knox. Saying that, Fly Sky is making pretty good ground in all this as well. Barters has dropped off from this group. It's a bit of a lonely race here. It's got a very, very big gap back to Ty Morgo. So this train of cars all covered by 4 seconds, or less than. This is where the battle is going to be. This is where the action is. Going to have a bit of lap traffic at play as well. quite a number of little mistakes throughout this race, which I would put down to the game, the big differences in tyre pressure as the race goes on, and track temperature, and the pressure. The last race, championship on the line. And well done to Bounty. It's really good to see. Great sportsmanship. Just pulls well out of the way of the cars coming through. So at the moment, PRT, it's advantage them for the team's championship. Doing everything that needs to be done to round out this championship on a high. Will also come down to the Tier 2 race as well. Car 581 in the pits. That will be... That's Barters. That's Barters coming in again. So that must be for damage. That's the only explanation for that one. Very tight battle amongst these 5 drivers. Javar's going to be putting heaps of pressure on K-Man very soon. Eagle Wind is putting pressure on GT. This battle continues between these two. This is the business end of the race. The last half an hour. 2/3 gone. And Javar trying to make moves on K-Man. He's going to become vulnerable to Knox. This is into turn 1. Knox is going to hang it around the outside. He's going to have a crack at it. Oh, yes, he loses it. Is he in the fence? He is. Not again. Oh, Knox, you've had such a great race. These 2 mistakes. And he's going to lose the position to fly. He was right in that battle. If anything, he was a little bit too cautious about the other car around him then. And he's just... Oh, it's frustrating for me watching that. It's 10 times worse in the car. And that gives Javar free rein to go after K-Man now. It's sorry to say it, but I think that was the last chance that BHR had at winning the championship at this point. It's going to be tough from here. Like I say, it's going to come down to what happens in that Tier 2 race. And I mean, Flyer's 6 seconds behind with half an hour to go. It's not that far away to get back into this battle. Especially if this group of cars really go hard at each other. Track time now, it's going to start cooling off again. Tyre pressures will begin to drop. And yeah, it's very challenging to drive these cars in these conditions with the temperatures dropping so quickly. But it livens it up. You can see the cars sliding around, so the grip goes away from the drivers very quickly. So far, Wizard has done an outstanding job at holding on to this. That gap between Eagle and GT is just rubber banding a little bit. The battle between these two continues on. We've lost another 2 drivers out of all of this. We're down to 10. Fly, we lost Fly. Fly disconnected. That's what that was. Oh, there must be another disconnect in there as well. I'm yet to figure out who that was. Oh, who was that other disconnect? If it was a blue screen, then it's the game. If it was a disconnect of the internet, then that's up to him really. There's nothing that can be done about that. But look, it just shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't have a game in the state that it is that these disconnects happen. Who was the other one? I think the other one might have been Barters. Yeah, so Barters is gone. I'm loath to think about what could have happened there, that if Barters has left the server or if he's disconnected, that he's taken Fly with him. Not that he's taken with him, that the lag spike through the game has then taken Fly with him. So that's another BHR driver. There's a chance that P&L could take BHR for second in the championship too. Have a look for that one. Yes, there's only 4 points between BHR and P&L in the team championship. So there's still plenty to play for in this one. So that's another one that's dropped out, and that is hugely disappointing. Fly, who got pole position, did everything he needed to do at the start of this race. BHR front row, and both drivers have fallen off the road. That's Knox Knox as well, and Knox with the second incident in the fence after putting pressure. K-Man has a big moment then. Like I say, this is enough in the conditions that it's not easy for the drivers out there. These two battles continue on, which is great for the entertainment in this one. These two have been battling it out for a very, very long time. I just think the Audi has the better straight line speed to stay ahead of this Porsche. Take nothing away from the defensive abilities of K-Man. But when it gets to this point, you expect with the toe that any car should really be able to get ahead of the car in front. There's a fair chance that could happen, but the way things have gone throughout this race, Javar cannot get an overlap on the Audi heading into this part of this track. That could be another battle ahead. That's these two. The best, oh, you don't want to get on the marbles out there, Javar. Just, you saw it unsettle the car. There's that gap. It moves out to 4 tenths behind. It's 3 tenths between these two. So over second place. Anything can happen in this race. There has been quite a few reports of server instability and blue screens of death amongst these drivers. So there's game issues and server issues, and Eagle Win looking to move around the outside. It's not the spot really to do that, but he's kept the pressure on. As he moved to the inside, GT just gives him a little bit of room. Oh, this is on amongst these four. It's tight amongst these. This is actually tighter at this very moment. Love to be able to split screen between these two battles, but we're not able to at this point. 4 tenths there, 3 tenths here. These two are significantly quicker than the two ahead. Almost a second lap. If they work together here, they could be up on into this battle, four-way battle for the podium positions with 19 minutes left. Their races, though, they're going to try and take whatever position they can. As I was saying before, that in the slipstream, you should be able to, especially on the previous lap. K-Man's very strong through there, so the Audi has been able to handle those curbs very well. The battle continues. It's just eked out slightly, so Eagle Win has actually dropped off slightly. So the gap back to K-Man is 1.2. So if there was another, it was quite a slow lap for these two in the previous lap. I think because of this, the battle through this section just ahead of them. Eagle Win just struggled to turn it in then. Still going between these two. Just need to quickly check. There is a battle going on between Ty Morgo, Metal Steel, and Bounty as well. So that's for 8th, 9th, and 10th, as you can see there on the screen. Try and get to that one. So this is this group of cars here. Oh, Morgo, that's a big slide. So Ty Morgo is under pressure from PRT driver of Metal Steel with someone awesome just behind him. History between Metal Steel and someone from earlier on in the race, but we'll just quickly move back here. I just want to watch this, the final part of this lap. So Metal Steel looks like he's going to get a run on Morgo into turn 1. Is he? I think he will. There's an overlap. Does he go for the move? Yes, he does. He's going to brake late. They go side by side. Ty Morgo does go wider. And that's going to make him vulnerable to someone awesome now. So we'll just see. This is what I want to see is how these guys go in the slipstream. So they were slightly compromised. Someone almost gets a bit of an overlap on the BMW in front. And there's Ty Morgo. Is he going to hold it? Oh, he does. Well done, Morgo. That car is an absolute handful. And here's someone who's going to go attempt to move around the outside. He's not going to be able to get that done through there. Metal Steel has already made 2 seconds on these two. So Ty Morgo's just had a big struggle in that car. It's within a second between K-Man and oh, sorry. Eagle Win has made the move on GT King. So GT King has lost that second place. It's not over though. It is absolutely not over. So K-Man struggled through there, through the inner loop that time. GT King has struggled and is slowing down. Is that the best save you've seen at the truck stop shenanigans? Yes, it is. That was a great save by Morgo. That was brilliantly done. Good old Barry Dawson. Good to see you back in the chat. I suspect that GT King has got some big damage on the front of that car. It looks like it too. Has he had a moment at the bus stop where you'd go in that way? Or has he made slight contact with Eagle Wind after the pass? Not sure. It doesn't look great though. It does look like there's scuff marks on the side of that car. He's going to be under pressure from K-Man here. I don't want Eagle Wind to get too far up the road if GT is compromised with a bit of damage. So even if, at this point, even if GT King disconnected, came back into the server, I kind of want to believe he would still win this championship. I think he's got the Drivers' Championship in the bag. He could let these two go and let Eagle Wind head up the field. It's not the way you want to finish. You do want to race to the end, but I think he's had such a good season that this is going to be pretty well his. And congratulations to him this season, as we've got a bit of some shenanigans going on behind. This is Javar. He's in the marbles. He's in the dirt. He wasn't going to get that in. K-Man gave him enough room, but wasn't going to let him have it. As you'd expect, it's what we all expect from any of the drivers here. Hard but fair. That's how we want to see it. If anyone can, I'd love to get an update from that Tier 2 server for where we're at. The battle between Little Bear and Black Falcon. It's been epic all season. So, a season that had Little Bear get his first win in the league, now that he finally got out of the Honda. Very excited about that. Very popular win. It's a very popular character amongst the community, and it was great to see. And here we go. K-Man, can he get it up the inside? No, he backs out of it. I really think that GT King is compromised at this point. Saying that, Eagle Wind isn't exactly driving away off into the distance. Oh, big moment for GT there. He's going to hold on to this still. I don't think it's entirely over. There's 9 points in it. So effectively, with 9 points in it, do a bit of maths, it's late hour of the night, with Eagle currently in second. That'll be 28 points for the win. GT cannot finish any lower than 8th position. If that happens, if something happens to him here, who's currently in 8th? So that's that someone. So if he moves behind someone and Eagle Win stays where he is, essentially Eagle Win takes the championship. Which would be very, very disappointing because GT does deserve this. So I might have been a bit premature saying those things earlier when there's still plenty of race on. 10 minutes to go. They came out, it's just slightly dropped off. I mean, saying all that, you don't want to do it as a driver, you want to keep going as hard as you can, but if GT just let the two go behind him, still see it's just that little bit of a slide. That's the thing that's I'm noticing as Javar is up the inside. And he gets it done. They both stay within track limits. So Javar's got that position. He's made the move. He'll be thinking, finally he's got that move made. And he can set off after GT King. So he just runs wide. I'm really not too sure where the track limits are at turn 1. It'd be hate someone to get a drive-through penalty at this late stage of the race, of the season. Just over 8 minutes to go. So Fly has made it back into the server. We've got 11 runners on track. And I wanted to come through and have a look at this guy. So Wizard, by no means has he done it easy, but he has done the hard work and he's got into a position where he has an 18-second lead over Eagle. He can just concentrate on hitting his marks, hitting his lines, and taking it to the end. It's been a good season from Wizard. And at this point, this is a big points haul for PRT in the Pro server. This is very, very well done. In the shadow of the old ICR, who have won a championship, a lot of these guys were in that team back in the day, and the team colours very much the same. Full credit to Bounty and all the work that he does, doing the championship points for the league. It's been greatly appreciated, all the effort he put in, and winning the championship is well deserved, provided that's what happens with the Tier 2 server. So it was very quickly that Javar has made something's happened to K-Man here. Yes, I definitely think that that GT is compromised with that damage. Yeah, something has happened to K-Man. He's dropped right off. That's 8 seconds. He's gonna be a bit lonely towards the end of this one. But this battle will continue on. Porsche BMW. So Javar missed out on a lot of points at no, it was before that. Should the race name? Yes, he has had one bad performance where he's lost a lot of ground in all of this. I think it was just the Porsche struggled a little bit. I should know which track that was at. It was at Monza. So yeah, being in the Porsche at Monza would not have been a lot of fun, that is for sure. But he's one hell of a driver. So GT King with the 2 wins this season. Really call it a breakout season for him. He's done such a good effort here. I was very sad to hear that he might be moving across to PC so soon, but here's the natural progression. Yeah, win the championship and move across to PC. It's fair enough too. It's the bigger challenge, the bigger fields. The game is in a lot better state on PC than the issues we have to deal with on console, which is very disappointing. But when it comes down to the racing itself, you cannot match the battles on track. There's definitely plenty of action. It's unfortunate the numbers have dropped off. I'd say there's plenty of blue screens and the server instability, which is just such a disappointment. Yep, there we go. There's another one. Stupid game. Yep. Thanks, guys. That's yeah, it's just how it's been for the last 9 months, really. We've had our fingers crossed that they would sort this out. Unfortunately, it hasn't quite happened yet. But it's in a state that we can give you a broadcast. We can showcase what we've got. It's unfortunate the numbers have dropped off in this one as Javar is getting very close to GT. Believe there'll be 2 laps left in this one. So Eagle Wind's just got away. We'd hate to see for something to happen to GT here. So K-Man pitted, he's come back out, he's in 6th. Saying that, he's got Metal Steel just right behind him. Kind of like to see if, hoping Javar has got a little bit more in the tank, get this one to the end. It's been a good race by Eagle. Very unfortunate race for Fly. Oh, he had the pace. He really had the pace for a great performance. Congratulations on the PS4 Championship. And then this man here. So there'll be 2 laps from here. That's where he crossed the line. Saying that, he could back off, and he's got that much of a gap. He could back off at the end of this lap. The sun is just beginning to set, so the tyre pressures will be dropping quite dramatically. Saying that though, he was more than a second quicker than second place on that last lap. He's just been able to eke out this gap in the Lexus. I'm also wondering, this could be the first win in the league for a Lexus in the Tier 1 server. So that's a bit of interesting. So Javar's just backed off here. The light's taking over, so it's going dark quite quickly in all of this. Seconds to go. Could back off and cross it, or he's going to make everyone do another lap. We'll find out in a moment. It's going to make everyone go around again. That's it. This will be the final lap. The final lap of 2022 Season 8. congratulations to everyone involved, to Adman, sorry not on track tonight. All the best for, and thinking of your family and all of you tonight there at the Adman residence. K-Man, both of you for your help throughout this year. To Bounty for your efforts with the podium website and the championship points. It's greatly appreciated. To Drelly, to the captains, Time Orgo, Borrow Dog, Bounty, the efforts through the year. Great. To all the drivers, everyone involved in the community. Your efforts are greatly appreciated, and it's just good to be able to go racing. Hope you all have a safe Christmas and a happy New Year. Might be premature as the race isn't over yet. Still a couple of apologies, I just completely lost all sound. After all that, having a good win here. But this is all so I can give this bloke a rev up. Wizard, congratulations. It's been a great performance tonight. As you cross the line to take your win, congratulations. Congratulations to PRT on the year. And that's Javar in the pit. Something's happened to Javar. So Javar hasn't finished the race. So that's Eagle Wind, GT King, Knox Parker, who's going to take 4th position. What has happened here? It's a bit full on, actually. Out of all that, I've missed what's happened to Javar. So Javar is it's going to lose positions here. So congratulations to Eagle for taking 2nd. GT King for taking 3rd. There's Knox takes 4th. Congratulations on the season, GT. Stick the car in the fence and do a burnout SVG style. That's what we want to see. So K-Man is going to end up in 5th. Metal Steel is going to take 6th. So that's a great performance from him. Someone awesome. So Knox is going to take out the Pro-Am Championship for PS5. Someone awesome takes 7th. Ty Morgo is going to come through and take 8th. Bounty has taken 9th. So Javar has ended up finishing in 10th. So maybe this championship could be a little bit tighter than I thought for the teams. I do have a feeling that PRT will get over the line on this one. So congratulations to them. Thank you all for the season. I'm going to go and see if I can have a quick look at the results from the other race. If I can get there quick enough to get the results. Because there is that championship that I'm very keen to have a look at. And I'll bring that up as soon as I can. All right, where are we at with this one? Black Falcon has won it by 30 seconds over Team Little Bear. So Black Falcon takes out the Tier 2, the AM Championship from Team Little Bear. 2 points in it amongst those two. Congratulations, Black Falcon. Well done. Congratulations to all involved. It is JJ Penguin signing out for 2022. I hope you all have a great Christmas and a happy new year. We look forward to seeing you all back next year for the next season on Rooz TV. Look forward to the PC League, the Console League, Pan Am Racing, and SFR as well. Hope to bring all that to you in the new year. And yeah, everyone stay safe and enjoy your time with family and friends and a holiday, and